Call our regularly scheduled February board meeting to order at 6 o'clock. I do apologize. I will try to refrain from talking very much so I don't lose my voice, but if you have problems hearing me, please let me know and I will try to speak up. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now I'll ask for a moment of silence, please. All right. Thank you very much. We'll move to our agenda. We do have some additions to that. Underneath CA, resignations. Resignation of Paul Clark, the end of the 25-26 school year. Underneath contracts, Megan Harrison, head high school track. Right. Lene Merton, elementary school teacher contract. Erilyn Bender, the assistant middle school track. New business item D, authorize the business manager to invest funds in institutions which serve the greatest advantage to the school district. And then item E, approve resolution with SD Fit. I do blue letter all the time. Now we just need to approve it.
I move to approve the agenda as corrected.
Second.
Motion's been made by Dean, seconded by Kristen, to approve the agenda as amended. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. I don't believe we have any conflicts of interest this evening. Well, no financial conflicts of interest. There will be some recusals of a couple board members at some point in the meeting. In new business. Moving to our consent agenda. You approve these all together, or individually, however you choose.
I move to approve the consent agenda A, B, and C.
Second.
Motion's been made by Dean and seconded by Kristen to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving to our reports, to our business manager, Ms. Williams.
I'm back. I'm not gonna talk much either, cause I still cough. So, I got all the end of the year stuff, W-2s, 1099s, 1095s, we're all squared away with that. Before I got sick and missed work, I was finishing up the auditors, so that's my goal this week, is to get that wrapped up. Don't forget, there's an election in June. We have 3 positions open, petitions are in my office. So if anybody's interested in that, we got a full house here, come by. And that's about it.
I do have a question, because sometime in March, we'll probably be dealing with equalization meetings. So we need to make sure we reach out to Newell, Nislin, and Vale, make sure we get the dates and times, so we can make sure we can try and keep a board member present at those. I just thought of that this evening.
And can we make sure that we get that posted on our Facebook about the
Yes.
openings and
With that equalization too, that likely means one or more of us will have to miss our meeting. Have they rescheduled their equalization meetings? Newell is generally on board at the same time as a half-hour later start.
Well, every year I've gone to a special meeting for equalization,
Okay,
and it's always happened on a night other than Well, and I do know in the past, there's been nights where Newell and Nislin might have been at the same time, or Nislin and Vales at the same time, that's why we might have somebody go three different directions.
I guess the moral is to find out when their meetings are, so.
Yep. All right, thank you very much. To our activities director, Mr. Santiago.
Basketball's getting into its last few weeks. Had a couple scheduling issues with Dupree, but we got that squared away. Wrestling has like one more week, I think. And they go into their regionals, but everything's kind of dwindling down now. Now we're trying to get our track coaches set up and we get a golf coach.
Any questions?
Yes, well done on the rescheduling with Dupree, that's. Well done on the rescheduling, that's always a struggle, but yes.
All right, thank you very much. Moving to our K principal, Mr. Clark.
We had our MTS meeting and training last month, we'll have one again this month. Our elementary CNA, our comprehensive needs assessment team, met in Box Elder last month for 2 days, to go through all our data. We are going in tomorrow to start our goals, and then we will go back on March 3rd to create our action plan. Once we have that stuff in place, we plan to show you, all our data and things like that. We had NAEP testing, a national test that we were randomly selected for, administered to our 4th graders last Thursday. Everything went smoothly. We have our child find on February 17th for birth to 6 years old with vision, hearing, speech, and developmental screenings. Our pre-K through 5th grade students are making Valentine's Day cards, and community members are going to pass those cards out to the Newell, Nislin, and Vale area. And sickness is going around, we have different workshops and things going on, and we're low on subs, but our teachers, pre-K through 12th grade, have really come together to fill in where they were needed, so the students get the education and assistance that we need. That is all.
Any questions for Mr. Clark? All right, thank you very much, sir. To our high school principal and superintendent, Dr. Pittman.
All right, on the special education side, child find activities will happen February 17th. Students ages 0 to 6 will receive development screening, including vision, hearing, speech screening free of charge. After the state review, our initial child count input, it will be finalized on February 27th. Paraprofessionals and all special education staff will attend a training session during health service on February 27th. Special education teachers will complete an internal audit for the state on February 27th. And on the superintendent high school principal side, next year we're out for the accreditation review. I will be sitting in a webinar on Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. to go through all that. Our Homeland Security grant from 2025, they still have not issued funds to the states yet. The government shutdown has put things on hold. Ms. Mose and I will be taking students to the career fair on the 18th. Our CNA team will meet 3 p.m. on the 18th. Mrs. Engel and I will go to the BHU job fair on the 24th. We will, let's see here, what else do I got in my notes? Policy committee, did you wanna meet on the 23rd, Monday at 5 o'clock?
I'm open.
Okay, that's all I have. You have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving to information and discussion. FFA update.
So this past Monday, we attended FFA Day at Stock Show. Out of our 27 members, I took 15. And then we also took our 2 foreign exchange students. Really cool experience for them. Students attended workshops from floriculture, ag mechanics, soils and roots, to SLAC and many more. We actually had a meeting today, a chapter meeting, and they were all very impressed with the workshops and felt like they learned a lot. So that was super exciting, to get that feedback from them. They also walked around the booths and connected with, different industry reps. And we also had 4 of our officers doing radio interviews. So if you were listening, you might have heard them. I never get them sent to me, so, but they did get to do that. We get asked to do that every year, it seems like, cause they keep coming back to me asking, so. And then coming up at the end of this month, we have National FFA Week, which is the 21st to the 28th. We have changed up some of our activities. We used to do the petting zoo during school, and we have changed that for 2 reasons. One, I'm due with my baby the 28th, so we tried to go as soon as we could. And 2, to make it more community engagement, so we're doing it Saturday the 21st down at the Ram Sale building. And we'll have lots of different animals there. The kids are gonna make posters, with educational facts about them, fun facts. So we're excited for that. And then we also have activities and dress-up days for elementary all the way through high school. For each day that week, we're also excited because it's not President's Day week, so we get 4 full days of doing things this year. And then the officers would do a teacher breakfast on the 27th for in-service. It worked out perfect, that we have in-service that week as well, so they'll be making pancakes and sausage and whatever else they plan to do, so, that'll be 7:15 to 8, so running up right to the beginning of, in-service. And then members have begun practicing for our spring contests, our CDEs. Our first contest is about a month away. It is Wednesday, March 11th here, so, if you notice a ton of buses here and a ton of kids running around, we have about 200 students from area schools in our district, FFA district, that come and do our contest. So we changed that up a little bit. Livestock will be in the bus barn this year. The only thing off-site will be our horse eval. So nicer to keep everything here if possible. But I think that's pretty much it. Any questions?
Alright, thank you very much. Moving to open forum. Speakers will have comments, present comments to the school board, and extension of time may be granted pursuant to board policy. Should more than one person wish to address the school board on the same agenda item, or should the comments become repetitious, speaker time may be shortened. District has policies related to complaints involving bullying, sexual harassment, school employees, or students. These policies include procedures designed to balance the rights of the persons bringing the complaint and rights of the persons against whom the complaint is made. If a complaint about bullying, sexual harassment, school employees, or students is brought to the board during public forum, the person will be informed as to the applicable complaint procedure. Mrs. Hawkins.
Good evening, members of the school board. I'm here tonight to address a serious and ongoing safety concern involving the school's response to fire alarms outside of school hours. So when alarm is triggered, we are all paged. Ambulance, fire, law enforcement, we are paged, we respond, as we're required to do by law. So we arrive, we're ready to assess the situation. We need to protect the building, ensure that there's no staff, community members in danger. What's not happening is there's no response coming from the school. So there is a former teacher, belongs on the fire department, still holding a key fob. The last time that the fire alarm happened here, we were told the superintendent refused to come in here. I don't like it either. I don't like getting up in the middle of the night and coming in. But I feel we owe this community that. That is our job and we owe that. So Mr. Tishmak has walked over twice with his key fob, started clearing buildings. I'm not a firefighter. I was told that we have keys. I wanna set that straight, and ambulance does not have keys to these buildings. And my understanding is neither does the fire department. So, it's not acceptable, in my opinion, that someone is not a key holder in this building does not respond when a fire alarm is going on. We owe that to this community. Granted, they've always been false alarms. One of these times, it's not going to be a false alarm. So every minute matters when those alarms go off. Possibly a false alarm. I can't get in your building. I cannot clear your building, and I'm not a firefighter. So you don't want to send me in here to try to fight a fire. I feel like we owe our students, our staff, and our community better than what we're doing in this school. I feel we owe, somehow you figure out how you get a key holder that responds when when alarm is triggered inside of this building. So, there's a couple of things the board could do for action. I believe you're coming up on some contracts. Could you look at adding that to someone's contract, that they have an administrative role to show up when a fire alarm is going off, or any kind of alarm is going off, and that they clear this building? Mr. Tishmack did tell me that there is one area, and I don't know what it is, that he cannot get into. So that is not cleared. So we've had 2 times where we have not had anybody show up. We're out here on our own, trying to figure out what's going on. Or can you do an on-call rotating schedule between your administrative staff or your custodial staff, that someone responds when that alarm goes off? There are knock boxes that are available that can be on the outside of a building where someone could get in, but you still have to have people that are responding. In my opinion, somebody from this school needs to respond to clear this building. So, in my opinion, emergency services, we are doing our part. We show up every single time. I think the school needs to do better at figuring out how they're gonna put someone in charge to show up when those alarms are going off. We cannot, I mean, we will bust down a door, or fire will bust down a door. That's more expense to you than if someone will just show up that is holding a key fob. And just for your full awareness, we do not hold them. This came up before when we had a medical issue inside of a building and could not get in. And we're still not authorized key fobs for us to be able to access a building. We stood outside calling, asking somebody, tell us what building this is in, and somebody opened a door for us. So I just want the board to be aware of it. I think it's a matter of safety, professionalism, and a basic accountability to this community, that this school board figures out who responds when there's alarms going off inside of here, outside of business hours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Alright, that's all we have for open forums. We'll move right on into old business. Old business item A, approval of policy ECABB, multi-occupancy room.
I move to approve item A as stated.
Motion's been made by Kristen and seconded by Katie. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Old business item B, approval of policy GCDB, criminal background check.
I move to approve item B as stated.
Second.
Motion's been made by Kristen, seconded by Katie. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving to old business item C, approval policy GCDBC, criminal background checks, volunteers and employees of contractors.
I move to approve item C as stated.
Second.
Motion been made by Kristen, seconded by Katie. All those, any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving to old business item D, approval of policy JEA, compulsory attendance age.
I move to approve item D as stated.
Second.
Motion's been made by Kristen, seconded by Katie. Is there any discussion?
Is this regulations, a codified law.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving to old business, item E, approval of policy JEG, exemptions from school attendance.
I move to approve item E as stated.
Motion's been made by Kristen, seconded by Katie. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. That concludes our old business. We will now be moving into our new business. New business item A, School Board Appreciation Week is the week of February 16th through the 20th. That's just information, isn't it? Yep. Moving to new business item B, second viewing of the proposed 2026-2027 school calendar.
Okay, Ms. Moe sent me one that they modified again, I emailed it to you today. Any questions or concerns?
This is just a second reading, right?
Second viewing, yeah.
Cause I haven't had a chance to look at it, look at the second one.
So it's starting basically a week sooner, is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's moved up again.
Semester tests end up before
For
Christmas.
And it's back to where the first Monday and Tuesday are school days for Christmas break.
Yeah, I see that.
Very comparable to like this year's calendar.
You're good. And then it's getting out on the 19th versus the other one was like the 26th or something. Yeah.
I'm curious of the possibility of the first week being a partial week.
No, it's that first week, the 2 days.
Well, the first week
In August.
in August, starts on a Monday. So I'm curious of the possibility of it actually starting on a Wednesday.
It's like you're saying the 19th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'd have to make up the 2 days somewhere.
Could they be pushed back to the end?
That would throw the semester tests off kilter as well.
Yeah, cause you're already looking at 72 days the first semester and 77 the second.
Could we, in December, there's no in-service or anything, could we add a Friday in December? And then maybe even, instead, maybe it could be the 20th and the 21st as a school day in August? I feel like when the students go back to school, like, right, bam, a full week the first week, they really struggle versus it being a shorter week.
Well, I know those Fridays in December, you'd have to look at the activities calendar and see how many would be released early for activities.
I know adding a Friday in December from experience
Is it?
would be extremely unproductive. I mean, for classrooms. I guess unless, when were semester tests, the 21st and 22nd? I guess adding the 18th, that Friday as a school day could help correlate with semester test for another preparation day. But I mean, adding it any other day than that would be very unproductive.
Yeah. You could do 4 days after Labor Day.
To make up one of your
If you
Fridays.
wanted to make up one or go to the 11th. It's an in-service day.
Move the boots to the.
Maybe.
Like that might be a possibility, that gets you a 4-day week and a Friday.
Maybe.
I mean, if I'm just overthinking the like half a week at the very beginning of the school, I mean, not a big deal, I mean, even for parents, it's Maybe it's personal to me, I don't know.
Yeah, 17 seems really early. I feel like that's later than what you started before.
Couldn't agree more.
In my opinion, the 17th would fall pretty well in line with what it was this
Yeah,
last year, the
we
25,
started the
26 schedule.
I complained about it last year.
I moved it back a week and then
Did we not usually start like on a Wednesday? I don't remember starting on a Wednesday.
I know that it has before, and that's why
Mhm.
I had the idea, and then last year I was like, this first week is rough.
I think it's rough no matter what, like 4 days, 2 days. My opinion is,
From the, I guess, ex-teacher standpoint, having that first week full, you get the first day or two jitters out, and you can try and get into some curriculum by the end of the week. Whereas if you start on a Wednesday, you barely get the first 2-day jitters out, and then you're still deal with them on Monday when you come back. So it's almost, like I said, as a former teacher, it's almost like it prolongs that transition back to school.
Okay.
so, do you want me to change it or what? Cause we don't have the homecoming game scheduled. And I don't know if that'll impact it or not too.
I don't know, I mean, no one else seems like overly passionate about it, and, I mean, it is a good point about December, fitting in a makeup day in there because of all of the activities and stuff, so I suppose I'll just deal with it.
I do have a question for Dominic, I guess. Are we gonna try and schedule a homecoming game for a Friday?
Yeah,
Okay,
if I can. I talked with Justo about it last year.
yeah,
We had to move it to a Saturday because all the big schools are playing games on Fridays,
Yeah.
which is an issue if we can't get official.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna try to, but it might get pushed to a Saturday, or if we can try to get on a Thursday when we have school and we're all here.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's better.
So, and my thought behind that question is if it does get moved to say a Thursday evening, how would that, would school still be till 1:30 on that Friday? For that homecoming week? I mean, obviously, I understand, you know, if the game's Friday evening, or even if the game's on Saturday, to still have school on that half day on that Friday. But if it ends up being moved to a Thursday or a different day of the week, other than Friday or Saturday, how would that look? And I mean, this is more of just a curiosity question, not a thought of as to how it should be, I guess, but.
I don't know how that would work on a half day Friday. Trying to figure that out now.
Yeah, well, and that homecoming deal might be August before we have something solidified too. What are your thoughts on that, Dr. Seven? As far as like if the game got moved to a Thursday, what would Friday look like?
I just been focused on the school calendar. I don't, whichever.
Okay, okay. Alright. Any other thoughts on the calendar?
I would like it 5 days.
We could throw a big wrench in it.
All this
We could
discussion-
start later, go 5 days a week and still have semester tests before Christmas.
All of the pre-discussed items wouldn't exist.
Fair enough. I guess other than soapboxes that are stood upon, any others? Alright, seeing none, we'll proceed on to new business item C. approve administrative recommendations for personnel. Resignation of Luke Bloomfield effective January 19th, Steven Simpson effective end of 25-26 school year, Amanda Shirley effective end of 25-26 school year, Paul Clark end of 25-26 school year. Contracts for Sean Donahue, head girls basketball effective January 19th, Cheryl Holmberger, assistant girls basketball effective January 19th, Megan Erickson, head high school track, Monet Merton, elementary school teacher, Erlen Bender, assistant middle school track, and volunteer June West Siebold.
I move to table all of item C until after executive session.
Second.
Motion's been made to table new business item C until after exec. Motion was made by Todd, seconded by Amber.
I'll recuse myself from the vote.
I recuse myself as well.
Alright, I make you notes. The motion's been made to table until after exec. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We'll revisit item C, new business item C after executive session. With the recusal of Mrs. Bloomfield and Mrs. Donahue. The board will now entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
No, you had that added on.
Oh, okay, sorry. I apologize. New business item D, authorize business managers to invest funds in institutions which serve the greatest advantage to the school district.
I move to approve item D as stated.
Second.
Motion's been made by Kristen, is that seconded by Dawn? Seconded by Dawn. Is there any discussion? I guess my only thought there is make sure that we stay within our legal bounds. Cause I think we had a discussion about some of those money market account type deals earlier.
This one that she is referring to, the SD Fit
Yeah.
falls into
And I
those
believe we
Yeah.
have policies that we fall in most, I looked at some old or different schools, they usually put this in their July, but we didn't.
I see.
So I guess just a blanket statement saying that we have
Okay.
authorization to abide by our legal
Yep.
and procedural.
So is this gonna have to be every July that we
We
approve
should
this?
probably start putting this in July. then.
Okay.
Yes,
because that's our fiscal year.
yes.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. New business item E, approve resolution with SD Fit.
I move to approve item E as stated.
The second.
Motion's been made by Kristen, seconded by Dean. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Now the board will entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
I move to enter into executive session, South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-21.
Motion's been made by Dean. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Dawn. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. The board will enter into executive session at 6:55.
No.